Hello everyone, this is Imran Ali here, and today we are going to talk about DigitalOcean. So, what is DigitalOcean? DigitalOcean is a cloud hosting website, and it's a cloud hosting website with the cheapest price. It's easy to use and it's taking over the market by day. And big companies are using it, and there are so many reasons to use it. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to create your account, how to manage your account, billing process, servers, and etc. as much as I can tell you in this beginning tutorial. So as you can see over here, welcome to the developer cloud. You can see there are multiple things they have shown that what are the benefits of using it. And if we scroll down over here, you can see a simple scalable platform for all developer needs. So you can see all the benefits over here. You can receive plus like if you are using the premium version, you will get these free access to these services they are providing. And if you scroll down, there are a lot of things which you can go ahead and watch it. You can see the reviews also. So what are we going to do right now? We are going to sign up with a new account, or you can just go ahead and click over here, create free account. And I think we can do right over here, but we are going with this sign up. You can see there are three options over here, like sign up with GitHub, sign up with email, or Google. So we are going with the Google. So once you have entered your account details, you will end up over here. As you can see, deploy application, host a website, and there are multiple things over here. So what are we going to do? We are going to, like, not ready to jump in yet. Explore our control panel. Just click on it, and it will take you right over the projects panel. So this is where you will land after creating every single thing and putting every single information into the account settings while creating an account, obviously. So right now we are just going to see like what is going on over here. So on the left side, you will see this is the panel where you will be going to like organize and going with so many options from here. And obviously from here you can also create like domain, DNS, cloud firewalls, and there are a lot of things which you can also create from here, like droplets. And on the left side you can see also droplets. So there are some similarities over here and here. So what are we seeing right now? That first project, even though we haven't started, this is a default project. As you can see over here, this default project has been made by DigitalOcean for us, and every project needs a server. Remember that every project needs a server. So if this project, and obviously you can change the name also, and also change the icon if you want. So if you change this name like e-commerce, and you will manage accordingly this e-commerce. So what I'm saying, that e-commerce will need different server, and if you are going to create news project for new purpose, you will need new servers. So this is all are going to happen. And on the left side to the top, you can see there are projects over here. You might see something like this, but if you click this arrow, you will end up over here. You can see on the second option, that manage, there are a lot of things going on over here, but what we are going to talk about is droplets, because droplets allows you to create servers. So on the bottom you can see, oh sorry, on the bottom you can see that settings, billing, API. And if we click on marketplace, as you can see over here, it will open. You can see there are multiple applications over here, like WordPress plus cPanel, OpenVPN access. There are multiple applications which you can also add ons to your uh, DigitalOcean. You can go ahead and see all the categories from here. You can just go ahead and see the blogs and forums. If you want to do that, you can just go ahead and do that. So this is like a feature for from them, that they are allowing you to like get more access to your projects. So this is all happening right here. And if you click close, you will end up back over here. So what are we going to do right now? We are going to see that if we click on the project, you can see there are three options over here, like resources. What resources you have choose for your project, like you can see start building your project, everything will be over here. And if we go on the activity panel, you can see that we haven't started anything, we just created this project while we were like creating an account. So it shows the activity, how many activities are going in this project individually. So if we go at settings, you can change the name as I have told you before, change the description if you want, what it's used for. You can change it if you want, environment, and save it later if you want, or you can delete it later if you want. Obviously there will be a default project will always be available for, so that's why we cannot delete it over here. If we create new one, obviously you can create it, oh sorry, you can delete it. So moving on, now we are going to create a server for this project, and I have told you like we can use this option over here, like in manages, you will see like this. If you click on arrows, you will end up over here and click on droplets, or otherwise you can just go ahead and click on create. The first option is droplets, create cloud servers. So how you are going to create it? Let's create one. And if we click on it, you will end up on the page where you are going to manage every single thing. So the first thing is create droplets, choose an image. Obviously you can see there are multiple things which you will choose for your project. And if we go in the marketplace, like this one on the bottom left, it's the same one, but if we search like WordPress, you can see there's a WordPress, and if we click on it, it will add in my project. Next option, you can see that choose a plan, and there are multiple plans over here, like for the basic, general purpose. You can see everything changing accordingly: CPU optimized, memory optimized, or storage optimized. So we are going with the basic one because this is what we are going to do for the beginning tutorial. And on the bottom you can see that CPU options, so they are providing like for this image, as you can see, if we see over here, it shows this size doesn't have enough disk space to support the image you selected. What image we selected? WordPress 6.0. So that's why it's unavailable, and the last one is also unavailable. And if we go ahead, it is also unavailable. We can also request it. I don't know what request is all about. You can submit a request to unlock this size. Oh, you can submit it. So if we see over here, like 6 months, $6 per month, and it will based on like 0.009 per hour. So you are getting 1 GB and 1 CPU. You are getting 25 SSD disk, so which is very like huge, and 100 GB for transfer. So this is for only $6 with a regular with SSD. So this is very like enough for the starting purpose in my opinion. And if we go a lot further, you can see $12 per month, $18, $24. It's the regular with SSD, as you can see, regular CPU options with SSD. And if we go at premium Intel with NVMe SSD, which is way faster than normal SSD, you can see that there are multiple options are over here also, like $7 is from 6 to 7. It's very easy to understand what is going on over here. So you can also go ahead and choose this if you want. And you have also like premium AMD, like I think it's Asus, maybe, I don't know, maybe AMD is a big brand, that's all I know. And with NVMe SSD, so this is a lot which you can choose accordingly to your project. And if you go scroll down, you can see that it says add block storage. So I think for the starting purpose, just leave it. This is not very like huge demand over here. For some project it does, but for me it is not. And choose a data center region. So what it does, like what data center you are going to choose, like you can see New York, San Francisco, Amsterdam, Singapore, London, Frankfurt, and Toronto and Bangalore. So whatever server is near you, you are going to choose that. So I'm going with the Bangalore. And you can see everything changing accordingly. You can just go ahead and see the authentication, like what it is. We usually use like one-time password. This is the one-time password. So if anyone going to open that server, it will require that one-time password. So this is very, like, in my opinion, very good way to do that. And you can also root password. You can create a root password from here. Select additional options like enable backups, monitoring, IPVS, user data. So in my opinion, you need to open two options like monitoring and IPVS. So the point is, what is IPVS? Internet Protocol version 6. So it's an internet protocol that provides an identification and location system from computers on networks and routes traffic across the internet. So I'm just going to go ahead with this. It's free also, as you can see on the right side. You can see the monitoring. You can find monitoring like what happening around you. You can monitor every single thing. You can see that enables additional droplet metrics collection, monitoring, and alerting. Everything you are and your team will be doing in the server, it will be monitored. So yeah, you are going to check them both. And if you want to go ahead user data and enter user data, or enable backups, you can just go ahead and do that, but it will take some extra money. Enable backups take some extra money, which is 1.20 per month. And if we scroll down, finalize and create, how many droplets? It's only one. You can change the host name if you want. I'm just going to change it like my name. And you can add tags if you want. Tags are very normal thing, like use tag to organize and relate resources, so it's very normal thing. And you can just go ahead and create it. Obviously we have only one project, so it's showing one project over here, as you can see. And if we have like two projects or three projects, it will show 3 or 4 projects. So this is what we will get. So right now it's saying that put in some password. We have entered the password and we are going to create droplet. Click on it. It will ask like add a payment method to your account. You can add it like from here, just add some details and it will be created. And that's it. This is all you need to know about the DigitalOcean. It's very basic, which I have told you, and for the beginning tutorial it's so much that I have told you. You might need to watch this video again. And just remember, if you have chosen a credit card or debit card, so it will not deduct your money right away. And if you choose some PayPal like that, you will get like $5 or $10 you have to pay. For the starter you have to pay for $5. So just remember that. And if you have credit card, it will not charge anything. So that's it. This is all you need to know about DigitalOcean. It's a huge platform. Most of the biggest websites are using this platform. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you understand what I've tried to say. Thank you. Bye bye.